happened a few minutes after midnight, March 24th, 1989. It was Good Friday. 5 hours before the tanker was finished loading crude oil in Valdez, Alaska, and ready to set sail for the refineries in Long Beach, California.
Tankers are huge. This one was longer than 3 football fields. It could hold almost 1.5 million barrels of oil. A barrel is 42 gallons. That is more than 62 million gallons, more liquid than some navigable lakes.
Since crude oil prices were low in '89, oil companies were economizing by cutting cruise sizes and tightening itineraries. Consequently, those who worked the loading operation didn't get a shore leave, but those who did go ashore, including the skipper, promised to bring back pizza for those who didn't. But of course, those that went ashore had steak, among other things. One of those stuck on board was First Mate James Kunkel.
Valdez, Bridge, Chief Mate Kunkel speaking.
Hey Jim, this is Frank.
Frank?
Frank Iarossi.
Oh, Mr. Hirossi, how are you, sir?
Fine. How you guys doing up there?
Fine, I guess. We finished the load. How's the weather in Houston?
Well, hot as hell. But it's nice and cool up there, huh?
I wouldn't know, sir. They never let me out.
Is Joe around?
No, sir. He's in town.
Well, then I'll talk to you. I've been communicating with California, and they have extra receiving capacity there at this time. And I've been communicating with Alyeska, and they've got an ARCO guy sitting out there waiting to come in who could use another hour at berth 3. So I'm calling to ask you guys to leave an hour early. You're penciled in to leave at 10. We want you to leave at 9.
Some of us are pretty wiped out from the load, sir, and when the captain gets back and I tell him, I can tell you right now, he's not going to like it.
Well, you can tell him not to be such a goddamn prima donna for a change. Will you tell him that for me? You can tell him I told you so. I mean, we're trying to run a business here. We need some cooperation. We need to work together. Together. Will you tell him that for me?
I'll tell him, sir.
Plus, it wouldn't hurt you guys to hurry up every now and then. 1 hour, big deal. What's 1 hour in the scheme of things? Nothing. Nothing at all.
On that very same evening, the evening of the big one, the mayor of Valdez called a town meeting to talk about safety at the terminal. The terminal was the massive tanker loading facility in Valdez.
Good evening. Thank you for coming. And yes, the coffee pot is current. Help yourself. With brownies by you-know-who. Thank you, you-know-who. Well, if you'll all take a seat, we can begin.
Safety was on his mind because there had been an oil spill 2 months before, a BP tanker, the Thompson Pass. Nothing like the big one, a drop in the Exxon Valdez bucket. But 72,000 gallons, 1,700 barrels, nothing to shake a stick at. Plus, crude oil is nasty stuff, and the Thompson Pass had dumped right in the port where people worked and played.
Now I have to apologize. Because of the 2 main parties I wanted present at this meeting, neither one of them could make it. As I mentioned, the company...
That would be Alyeska Pipeline Service Company, Big Oil's operator in Valdez.
...declined to send a spokesman, and Ricky Ott, spokesman for the CDFU...
The Cordova District Fishermen's Union, the local archenemy of Big Oil.
...is stuck in Cordova because the planes are weathered in.
Good, we don't want her.
But we have her on the teleconference line.
Oh, too bad.
Actually, John, we don't have her yet.
Well, work on that.
A little history. Before construction, the Fishermen's Union sued to stop the pipeline and actually won in federal court. They won again on appeal to the Supreme Court. Construction took an act of Congress overriding the courts, complete with a tie-breaking vote by Vice President Spiro Agnew. So the pipeline was built. But the Fishermen's Union never gave up the fight.
All right, I got her now, John.
Very good. Ricky, can you hear us all right?
Clear as a bell.
Good. What do you have for us tonight?
Well, you asked me what we can learn from the Thompson Pass spill. The answer is a lot, a whole hell of a lot. We learned that oil companies don't give a damn about us, not a good goddamn.
Do we have to listen to this?
BP knew perfectly well that the Thompson Pass had a leak in it when it left San Francisco, but they couldn't resist setting it up for one more load before fixing it.
Not this again?
How much dirty ballast water was spilled on the way up, I wonder.
Hey, cut her off.
They did have the good sense to boom it here in port, but they weren't even watching when the boom was overwhelmed and the spill got away from them. That's greed and negligence. Typical of the way they do business.
Can we skip her diatribe and get on with the meeting?
No, we'll be here all night.
I heard that. that,
Just
sir.
a minute, Ricky. I'm the mayor. It's my duty to protect Valdez. The Thompson Pass oil spill didn't have to happen. If people had been doing their jobs correctly...
One spill. 13 years of operation. 2.2 million barrels a day, and one spill.
Damn good record, I'd say.
I'd say this.
You guys are dreaming. The big one's coming, and the Thompson Pass, isn't it? Alyeska's already shown us that they can't clean up an oil spill, and the tanker fleet's getting older and weaker by the day. Add in all your cost-cutting measures, and it's not a matter of if, but when. This is a game of Russian roulette.
I'm out of here.
If the state and federal regulators weren't asleep at the switch, they'd shut that
You
pipeline
know,
down.
it's your duty as mayor to shut her up and protect our jobs.
You know what? We'll be at the pipeline, John.
You know, this is a public building, no place for environmental wackos.
When you're finished, come on over. We'll have a real meeting.
Good night, all.
When they said they'd be at the pipeline, they didn't mean work. They meant the Pipeline Club, the local steakhouse and bar.
Did I hear somebody say they're going to the pipeline? That's another thing, all the drinking that goes on. It's common knowledge that tanker crews can have all the drugs, booze, whatever it takes to get them coming back for long hours and lonely work. How dangerous is that? If they catch the master of a commercial fishing boat drinking, he goes to jail. But when it comes to big oil, they look the other way.
What'll it be?
Just an iced tea for me.
I'll have a Miller Lite.
A vodka rocks.
Vodka rocks, lemon twist, onion olive.
Nothing in it, just pure.
You got it.
Did they really go to the bar?
They're gone now, Ricky. We can continue.
It's those goons I wanted to talk to.
Ricky, they're not goons. They're just guys worried about their jobs.
What about my job? I'm a fisher person. What do you think an oil spill would do to my job?
What kind of vodka?
Whatever's the most filtered.
Ah, the good stuff.
We know that, Ricky. You've been telling us for years. We're here tonight to talk about the Thompson Pass oil spill.
It's relevant. Don't throw it out. It tells us something about their attitude, don't you think?
Well, what brought you to Alaska?
Oh, nothing brought me. I was sent. Sent by a bad marriage. But I'm free of that now. Of course, I'm free of cash, too. So I'm cocktailing, which I haven't done since I was a girl pretending to be in college.
Well, you're not the only one on Long Island with marriage trouble.
Oh, not me. I'm gone from there. But you keep going back, huh?
Yeah, but my job makes me take a lot of trips.
Okay, Joe. Okay, it's true, I went to dinner with him. He took me and I let him. I don't mind telling you. And it wasn't the first time. We went last month. And the month before that. Looks like we do it every month, and if he asks me, I'll do it again. Because you're never here. You're gone more than half the time. And guess what, Joe? He doesn't drink. He can carry on a conversation as long as he wants. It's not like I'm going to bed with him or anything. I'm not unfaithful. I need some company, for God's sake. And when you are here, you're gone anyway. It's not just embarrassing to have to drive you everywhere because they keep taking your license away. But when you drink, Joe, you're totally out of it. You're locked in your little shell, never to be spoken to again. And Kelly feels it too. Oh yeah, you better believe it.
Can we buy you a drink? Welcome you to town.
Actually, I've got one going behind the bar already. I'll go grab it. You guys can buy me the next one.
They let you drink on the job here?
I don't know. Let's find out. Skull, Captain.
Skull, I was just telling Joel here my philosophy on drinking.
Oh, fire away.
If you get sick and you go to a doctor and he gives you a prescription, you take it, you start feeling better. You don't just keep taking more and more the way people do with alcohol. No. You take the prescribed amount, steady as she goes. With wise and disciplined drinking, you can get there. Just stay there at your peak. Not go beyond, not fall behind, just right Steady as she goes.
So I come to a decision, Joe.
So which is it, Joe? Drink or me?
One more thought. Our addiction to oil makes us totally irrational. There's no other product where it's okay to override every health and safety regulation just to bring it to market. Society is a petroleum drunk, a crazed, rampaging druggie. We need more than enforcing the law. We need detox.
Plus, I got a couple errands I gotta do.
Errands?
Oh, pizza.
Oh yeah, for the unlucky guys who never got off the ship.
And I gotta stop by the flower shop.
Flower shop?
Yeah, pick up some flowers for my wife.
Oh, birthday? Anniversary?
No. Argument.
The captain wired his flowers, had one more vodka rocks while waiting for his pizza, and got back to the ship on time to make the early departure ordered by his superiors, but he wasn't happy about it. After setting sail, he went to his cabin, leaving the bridge under the command of a specialized onboard pilot.
These pilots were supposed to guide the tankers through the closed waters of Prince William Sound to the open ocean. But to save money, they were disembarking them about halfway out, just before Bly Reef,
Tell
in
him to
fact.
get up here. I can't leave the bridge until he gets up here.
Why not?
You have to have 2 officers in the bridge while you're in the Sound.
Regulations. If we followed the regulations, you wouldn't be getting off now. You'd go 2 more hours to Hitchinbrook.
Just call him.
He won't like it.
Plus, you're not even qualified.
The job title may be third mate, but I'm qualified as a second.
I mean, you don't have an endorsement for the Sound.
No, I don't. But I know it like the back of my hand. He taught me. I do this all the time.
Well, then why don't you get the endorsement?
Because they'd have to pay somebody to replace me while they paid me to go to school. And believe me, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Hazelwood here.
Bill's ready to go. He wants you on the bridge.
Jeez, why is it so hard? That's okay, I'm coming.
What's the matter with that guy? You know, I had lunch with him today at the Pizza Palace, and what does he do in front of everybody? And everybody is there. I mean, you know, it's the Pizza Palace. You have the mayor, the Coast Guard commander, the terminal manager, the goddamn chief of police, and what does he do? He orders a white wine. For lunch!
At lunchtime, he was okay to drink.
Well, not only does he order the wine, but he complains loud and clear so everyone can hear him. Well, it's too bad they only have a beer and wine license, because I'd rather have a vodka.
He likes to thumb his nose at authority.
Yeah, well, where does that get you?
Okay, I'm here. I came to say goodnight.
Night, Greg.
Have a good one.
Meanwhile, at the VTS, the Vessel Traffic Service, a Coast Guard radar station charged with continuously monitoring tankers in the Sound, food was also a topic of conversation.
USCGVTS Valdez, this is Gordon Taylor speaking. How may I assist you? Oh, hey Harold, it's you. What, did you forget something? No, I didn't put it away yet. Is that what you called for, to see if I put it away yet? No, I didn't forget last time. I'll do it, don't worry. And thank your dad for it too. Best food in the world. Okay, I've got to run. I've got a real call coming in. USCGVTS Valdez, this is Gordon Taylor speaking. How may I assist you? Over.
Yeah, this is Hazelwood, the Valdez. We've departed the pilot and what'd you say? Okay. I'm sorry, excuse me. Disembarked the pilot, and at this time,
Hazelwood, losing track of this conversation, was caught on tape and played for the jury at his trial.
hooking up to ETA and C-Speed, Naked Island 0100, over.
So Saunders is disembarked. Over.
No, Murphy, over.
I got Saunders on the roster. Over.
No, it's Bill Murphy, over.
Make note. What's it like out there? Over.
Mist, you can't see much, over.
Don't bump into anything. Over.
I'll call you if I do, over.
Good night.
Look at this, boss.
What?
Ice.
You can see it visually out there.
How thick?
6, 7 out of 10, 6.5 maybe.
Is there any room to go around?
The inbound lane is better.
You know, if that glacier keeps downsizing, they're gonna have to sell those turboats and get a job.
Just outside Valdez, the Columbia Glacier was a tidewater ice cliff you could sail a tour boat right to the face of. But no more, it was receding fast, 2 to 3 miles a year. The face was now flat, and the sea lanes were often clogged with tossed-off icebergs, some of them as big as a tanker.
What do you want to do? Cut the speed and plow through?
What is our speed?
8 knots.
I like 8, I like 10 better. I don't want to lose any speed. Is there any room to go around?
Well, the leading edge looks about 9/10 of a mile off of Bly Reef.
Okay, good. Divert around the ice and give me a chart on it.
Sure thing.
USCGVTS Valdez, this is Gordon Taylor speaking. How may I assist you? Over.
Yeah, this is Hayes with the Valdez. I was just about to tell you that judging by our radar, we will probably divert from the TSS and end up in the inbound lane if there's no conflicting traffic. Over.
No reported traffic. I've got the Chevron California coming in and the Arco Alaska's right behind him, but they're an hour out from Cape Hitchenbrook. Over.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah, we'll notify you when we cross over into separation zone. Over.
But the captain never made that call.
Here's your chart, boss.
Okay, good. Go ahead. Load system up.
Sure thing. Load system up.
Load system up. The order to rev engines and accelerate. The fact that Hazelwood called for a speed up before such a delicate maneuver was quoted at his trial as evidence of his drunkenness.
But a ship often handles better at a higher speed than a lower one. Plus, the Valdez was so bulky, any change in speed would take 3/4 of an hour to execute. So, the acceleration he was ordering would take place after the ship had left close waters.
It's 12 midnight, and where is that kid? I have to get back on in 4 hours.
Who relieved you?
The turkey.
The turkey?
Kagan, Robbie Kagan.
You call him the turkey?
Who relieves you?
Oh, you're not rid of me yet. I told LeCain I'd spot him his first 2 hours if he could sleep, and he was wiped out big time.
You're a nice guy.
At the trial, crew fatigue was quoted as a possible cause of the accident. Regulations called for officers to get 6 hours off in the 12 hours prior to departure, but recently reduced crew sizes made that impossible. The tankers would have had to sit at berth for hours after loading, and Exxon was in a hurry. Exhausted crews often traded shifts to make things work out.
In fact, on that very night, the captain had agreed to cover a 4 a.m. watch for his chief mate, who had just supervised the 12-hour load. Maybe Hazelwood was not on the bridge at the time of the accident because he was napping to get ready for his extra shift.
Because I was thinking about going down doing some paperwork if there's no problem with that.
Oh, no problem.
All right. Helmsman, put him on the iron mic.
Yeah,
Yes,
why?
sir.
Why?
Trust me. Have you ever worked with Kagan before?
No.
Well, watch him. He chases the compass.
Gotcha, thanks.
And he's, yeah, turkey.
The turkey, huh?
The iron mic is the ship's autopilot. The fact that the captain called for it in such close waters was quoted as more evidence of his drunkenness.
And you're cool with A.B. Jones?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, well, keep your eyes on her because her mind wanders.
Go. Get out of here.
I told her to stand watch on the bridge wing instead of the bow.
That's a Condition 3 code violation, boss. She's supposed to be on the bow.
What do they know? She can see the lights just as well from there. I want her to know that you can see her. That will help keep her mind focused.
You're a worrywart.
So you're cool with this maneuver?
Oh, I'm cool.
Okay, because I don't want to find...
Get out. I'm throwing you out.
All right, well, call me when you make the turn.
We've done this before.
Call me.
You need your sleep, too.
Call me, that's an order.
Okay, boss, I'll call you.
Okay.
So where's the turkey? Now he's officially late.
Night.
Sergeant, oh, it's you. Sir, sorry. Oh, yes.
Good night.
And I'm late. Sorry.
Okay.
Hey, get some sleeping while you're at it. Get some sleep for me, too.
Aren't you gonna sign in?
Oh, yeah.
I don't expect I'll get any sleep left over. Okay, heads up. Heads up! We're steering 180 and I'm on the iron mic.
The iron mic, no, take it off.
Captain's orders.
I know, take it off.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Take the pizza with you.
Had enough. Good night, Greg.
Sleep well.
Good night.
How do I turn it off?
What?
The iron mic.
The yellow button?
Oh, yeah.
You should know that.
I knew that.
According to the prosecution, it's possible that A.B. Kagan never actually turned the autopilot off, and that may have been the direct cause of the accident.
I'm going to bring him down to a beam of Busby Island and then cut back to the outbound lanes.
What's the turn?
10 degrees, right rudder.
That I can do.
I should hope so.
And you'll tell me when?
I'm on the charts, and Maureen is out on the bridge wing watching the shore lights. We'll both tell you.
Good, because I don't know nothing. If they had any sense, they'd fire me.
But what do they know anyway?
I figure it's good to know nothing. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing.
According to the manufacturer, the autopilot turned off automatically as soon as the ship's wheel was touched, so it couldn't have been the cause of the accident.
So who brought pizza?
Hey, no pizza tonight. Halibut fillets Harold's dad caught, but put them back in the cooler soon. I left them out too long already.
It's midnight. I'm not going to cook fish.
It's already cooked. A little bread, little mayo, leaf of lettuce, slice of tomato, and bang! Best food in the world.
Yeah, I know. It's the national dish, but I'd still rather have a pepperoni pizza any day.
Well, there isn't any. I'm out of here.
Oh, any customers tonight?
Oh, yeah. The Valdez is doing the Bly Reef cutoff.
Oh, so where are they now?
Nobody knows. Never, never land.
Oh, there.
The present location of the Exxon Valdez was newly less visible to Coast Guard radar. The system had recently been downgraded in another cost-cutting move, and this less visible route was more and more used. The Arco Juno had gone out that way just hours before.
Even when there was no ice, the skippers were under pressure from their bosses to cut sailing time, and they could shave 60 to 90 minutes off the transit by taking the Bly Reef cutoff through Never Never Land.
So what can we see?
Nothing right now. Otherwise, the signal's hard to hold on to. It's all yours. Have fun.
Ciao.
Lieutenant Blanford saw nothing discernible on the radar screen, but that was fairly routine. So he went downstairs to make a sandwich.
In the National Transportation Safety Board investigation that followed, both Coast Guard radio operators were found to have traces of marijuana in their blood.
Meanwhile, back on the ship, A.B. Maureen Jones saw something that surprised her.
Hey, Greg, am I crazy or did I just see the Bly Reef light on starboard side?
On the starboard? Yes, we cut east to divert around the ice.
Ice.
Columbia Glacier, we've done this before.
Oh, if you say so, I just thought you should know.
Thanks.
Hey, you mind if I take a piece?
No, it's for everyone.
Thank you.
Helmsman, 10 degrees, right rudder. Are you turning?
I'm turning, sir.
You have a reputation for riding the compass. Know what that means?
Yes, sir. Oversteering, sir.
Don't be impatient. This isn't a car. It takes a while to respond.
Yes, sir. I want to get good at this. I do. I'm not bullshitting you. I want to learn.
Then you're on the right crew. Kunkel's as good at first as you get, and the captain is the best in the fleet, bar none. I've learned more from Joe Hazelwood than I have from all my time in Mariners School.
Thank you, sir.
Hazelwood here.
It's me, boss, Greg. I didn't want to wait any longer, so I had the helmsman turn back to the outbound lanes. You wanted me to call. But there's a whole lot of ice in front of us. The leading edge goes further than I thought.
Anything out there big enough to hurt us?
If there is, I don't see it.
Okay. Then you did the right thing. I'll be down in a few minutes.
Starboard side, she said. I want to... I'm looking at your rudder indicator, and I'm reading between 6 and 7. Give me 10 degrees. 10 degrees!
You told me not to overcompensate.
Now you're undercompensating. 10 degrees. It's simple. 1, 0, 10.
Sorry, I'm learning. What is life but a series of overcompensations?
So do it.
I'm doing it, sir.
I want to check those shore lights for myself. I'll be right back.
Cousins left the bridge to take a look, but he had all the information he needed on the screens in front of him. Had he kept his eye on Kagan instead, he would have seen that the rudder never moved.
According to a computer mock-up presented at the trial, the moment he stepped out the bridge wing was the last moment he had to avoid Bly Reef.
The starboard, still on the starboard. Helmsman, hard right. Make it hard right rudder.
Turn it all the way, forget the 10 degrees?
Yes, forget it, all the way now.
Too bad Cousins dialed the captain instead of looking at the rudder indicator again, because it still didn't move. According to the computer mock-up, the moment that he dialed the phone was his last chance to scrape the reef without spilling oil.
Hazelwood here.
Boss, we're in deep shit.
What? Who is this?
We're fucked.
Greg?
We didn't make the turn.
What's our rudder angle?
Hard right.
Well, then we're turning.
But we aren't. I said hard right. Hard right.
I'm doing it!
You idiot, you brain-dead asshole.
I did what you told me!
You worthless piece of...
Look, you can't stick me with anything!
Still starboard, and they're right there!
Don't tell me, I know. I know.
It's not my fault! Not my fault!
Where the hell are we? I told you way back! I told you way back!
Quiet! Quiet! Hard left!
Left!
Hard left!
You said right!
Hard left, now!
I'm so confused!
Let me do it!
Left, right, which is it?
Cousins turned on the exterior floods so they could see the oil, like a boiling syrup bubbling up in the water around the ship.
Oil.
Quiet! Quiet! You don't have to tell me what happened. I heard it. I can smell it. Greg, what are you doing?
The hard left, I want to swing him.
Shut it down.
But the engine room, it'll get home.
Shut it down.
But there are people down there.
There are people on the bridge too. Shut it down.
But
down.
Yes, sir.
Greg, Maureen, I want you both to go down. I want you to knock on everybody's door.
Load system down.
Why not just sound the general alarm?
There'll be a panic. Knock on the doors. Tell them to wait for orders. Helmsman, you stay.
I can help you better, boss.
Go.
But he's...
Get out of here, Greg. You make me nervous.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Hang on. In a minute, Helmsman, I will tell you what it is I need you to do.
What do you need a helmsman for? We're stuck.
Quiet. Let me think.
Think, you do that. They say you're the best in the fleet. Me, I'm a fuck-up. Just ask third mate Cousins. If you want someone to do if you want to do some sort of delicate maneuver, you're gonna want somebody else at the helm.
Shut up. Let me figure this out.
I'm just trying to warn you, Captain.
You will do what I tell you to do.
Thank you, sir.
Shut up.
Yes.
Shut up! What do you want me to do, Captain? Go down to the pump room, find out how much we're losing and where, but more importantly, stability. I need to know how stable we are. I need to know now. Yes, sir. Right back.
USCGVTS Valdez, Bruce Blanford here. How may I assist you?
Yeah, this is Hazelwood here to Valdez. You should be able to see us on your radar there.
The skippers were never told the Coast Guard couldn't always see the Bly Reef area. Had they known, they might have been more reluctant to take the cutoff.
We're fetched up hard aground north off of Goose Island on Bly
What?
Reef over. Apparently we're losing some oil and we're going to be here a while over.
Are you just a mile north of Bly Reef? Over?
Yes, that's correct, over.
Holy moly.
Captain, sir!
It looks like we're holed in every oil and ballast tank, starboard and center, and maybe a forward one at the peak of the bow.
Are we stable? Valdez, are you there? I'll get back to you, over and out.
I doubt it. I don't know. The way it seems to me, there's a rocking. Could be. We're sitting on top of a knob, hitting about a third of the way back from the bow.
Okay, when's high tide? Hour and a half?
Yeah, 90 minutes or so.
Do you think the tide will lift us off?
I can't make a guess on that.
Jersey, this is Joe. Don't ask, we're working on it. Just do what I tell you. Load system up and stand by. See if you can fill those rupture tanks with seawater.
The ballast tanks.
The oil tanks too.
If you're going to try and float him off the reef as the tide comes in, you don't want the added weight.
Yeah, but we could capsize on that same tide and that would be a worst possible outcome. So you add ballast and I'll try to float him off anyway.
Good call, Captain. Subtle. I'll be in the pump room.
Okay, well guesstimate how much cargo we've lost.
Will do.
This is the captain's report, Commander McCall.
You found me.
Give us a fairly good estimate as to the situation at this time, over.
Problem with the third mate, over.
Did you say third mate, over?
Steve, Joe Hazelwood here. A little problem with the third mate, but we're working our way off the reef. The vessel's been holed. And we're ascertaining right now, we're trying to to get him off the reef, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Over.
Roger on that. We've got all the plan mechanisms in place to give you assistance. You take it slow and easy. I'm telling you the obvious, but help us out. Give me an update whenever as to the location and the stability info. Over.
Well, pretty good, stable-wise. We're trying to extract him off the shoal here. You should be able to see us on your radar, and once we get underway, we'll do a damage assessment. Over and out.
He's nuts. This guy is nuts. He's trying to drive that tanker off the reef.
Well, you have the authority. Stop him.
Well, they say he's the best in the fleet.
He's a drunk.
Well, that too.
Okay, engine room. We're gonna do a little driving here. A little driving. See if we get anywhere. Okay. Okay, engines half ahead. Half. Good. Good. Keep it coming. Helmsman, 0 right for now. For now, 0. Okay, good. Good. Now, full. Full ahead. Full. Good. Helmsman, slowly 20 degrees left rudder. As it grows, slowly. Slowly as it grows, 20 degrees. Good. Okay, now slow. 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 Dead slow. Dead slow. Okay. Okay, good. Good. Now, again, half. Helmsman, 20 degrees right rudder. As it grows, slowly as it grows, 20 degrees left, right. Okay, all right, now full. Oh, it's not working. Shut it down. You hear me, Jersey? It's not working. Shut it down. Shut everything down. We'll wait until we get some more water under him. 138,000. What? 138,000. What's 138,000?
That's how much we lost.
Okay, so that'd be 3,500 barrels. That's huge.
That's barrels, sir.
What's barrels?
The 138,000.
Barrels?
Look out there. That's not water. We're not looking at water, that's oil. All oil. See the sheen? It goes for miles. Miles and miles. Valdez Bridge.
Joe.
No, do you want to speak to the captain?
Please, this is Admiral Yost.
It's the Admiral. He's busy, sir.
Do you have any idea how much you've lost?
138,000, sir.
That's 3,300 barrels. That's huge.
No, sir, that's barrels.
What's barrels?
The 138,000.
Barrels?
Here's how they calculated that underestimation. In the coming days, 3 ships and 5 barges lighted off the remaining 42 million gallons from the wreck. Then they subtracted 42 million from the original load and came up with 11 million. But seawater was slushing into the ship's breech tanks just as oil was slushing out. Lots of it. According to their own records, what they lighted off averaged 2 parts water to 1 part oil. So 33 million gallons spilled is a much more likely number.
Of course, even with the underestimation, it was still the largest oil spill in history.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning, goddammit. What the hell do you want?
I'm sorry to wake you, sir, but it's the big one.
The big one? Are you kidding me?
It's 2 o'clock in the morning, goddammit. What the hell do you want?
Sorry to wake you, sir, but it's the big one.
Big one? Are you kidding me?
It's 2 o'clock in the morning, god
damn it! What the hell do you want?
Sorry to wake you, sir, but it's the big one.
Big one? Are you kidding me?
It's 5 o'clock in the morning, goddammit. What the hell do you want?
Sorry to wake you, sir, but it's the big one.
The big what?
What?
The big what?
This is Frank I. Rossi, sir, Exxon Shipping. We've got a spill.
A spill?
That's right, sir.
Shipping. Exxon Shipping?
Yes, sir.
So this isn't some gas pump in Kansas.
No, sir. It's the Exxon Valdez.
What's the Exxon Valdez?
A tanker, sir.
Are you kidding me?
I wish, sir.
Oh,
Who is it, dear?
work.
Well, tell them it's 5 o'clock in the morning.
They know.
A tanker has breached in Alaska.
Breached.
Yes, sir.
In Alaska, right? It'll blow away in a storm.
This one's not going to blow away, sir.
Why not?
There's no storm and it's too big.
How big?
138,000 as of before they called me.
That's huge. What's that in barrels?
That is barrels, sir.
What's barrels?
The 138,000.
Barrels?
No, Dottie, what do you expect? I can't let you keep a drink going under the bar.
I drink, I'm sorry.
Whatever wound you're nursing, do it as a customer. There's no drinking on the clock, and that's policy here and everywhere.
Well, what are you gonna do with it?
Chuck it.
Waste it? Let me finish it.
Just one more time. Any more, and you're fired.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll have to quit.
Be my guest.
Hey man, you here? You hear the news yet?
What news?
Oil spill out in the Sound.
A loaded oil tanker hauled and grounded and spilling its guts by the minute.
When did this happen?
Just tonight.
Where'd you hear about it?
It's in all the other bars. What's the matter with you?
Bud Light, rum and coke?
Maybe we should open up a B&B.
Oh yeah? Who's gonna clean up the place?
Looks like I'm gonna need you after all. If these guys are right, they're gonna do a cleanup and this bar's gonna get busy, real busy.
We're right.
Jobs for everybody. The town's gonna fill up. So don't quit.
Hey, plus a shot of schnapps.
I never cocktail without nursing one behind the bar. It's a matter of policy.
Policy?
So if you want me to stay, you're gonna have to ask nicely. Say pretty please.
Well, that's what it takes.
He's the one that smells like a brewery.
He does.
See? He's trying to cover it up by smoking that cigarette.
Cigarette? Hey, mister, put that cigarette out, now.
Why?
Why? Are you nuts? The fumes, you'll blow us up.
If there were enough fumes to ignite, we'd be dead just standing here.
Well, nevertheless, under the circumstances...
How'd you get here? Skiff, right? Burning the motor right down the middle of that oil, and that didn't blow us up.
Are you the skipper, sir?
I'm a skipper.
What seems to be the problem here?
You're looking at it.
Under the authority of the U.S. Coast Guard, I hereby relieve you of your command, sir, and take charge of this ship, this accident site. And I order you to put out that cigarette. There. Thank you. Now I'm sorry to have to do this to you, but I'm compelled. Compelled by the circumstances. I'm going to order a series of blood alcohol tests on you. Are you familiar with the procedure?
Yes, I'm familiar with the procedure.
I was privately violated. I went from stunned to angry, and then the anger, it grew and grew until I became a rape victim who could never forgive. I was toxic with anger.
Perhaps man was never meant to mine crude oil. Perhaps we're supposed to leave it in the ground. The earth seals it up in pressurized caverns to separate it from our world, because it comes from the underworld.
The two worlds should never mix. Crude oil is antimatter. Touch it, and we die.
The pipeline offices the morning after the big one. The night before, Alieska threw a company party. Bash would be a better word. It went late and a lot of alcohol was enjoyed. The men that gathered in the morning to deal with the crisis were not in top form.
Where is he?
He's already parked his car.
Who hit the button?
What button?
Why isn't he here yet?
Heaven forbid we should make our own decisions.
Are we supervisors?
Why is it flashing in here? This is the office.
One to get here. I'm here. What do we do?
We're all hungover. Tell us what to do.
Call it.
The new spill response plan, what does it say?
I took it home to read. Want me to go get it?
Time, what does it say?
What they all say.
Is it something with the building?
Boom and skim, then disperse if necessary.
Standard procedure.
Oil spill 101.
You think the building's on fire?
Can someone pull the battery on the goddamn buzzer?
Who's got a screwdriver?
Boom and skim.
Yes, for sure.
What do we got for boom, for skimmers?
Now we're on it.
Thank you.
You think there's a reason it went off?
Don't change the subject.
We'll need a barge too.
What's with a flashing light?
Okay.
We're supposed to have an oil barge with boom, pre-coiled on deck, ready to roll.
That barge is in Oregon for repair.
And the boom is on the ground under the snow.
And for skimmers?
There's two.
Little ones.
They're petite.
Oh, we'll send them out there. Thank you.
There's a fax coming in.
Forget it. My head is throbbing.
There's no barge for the skimmers to offload to. They'll fill up quick and have to stop.
I don't know how many I had last night, but I sure as hell don't need this today.
You'll want to see this fax, Dave. It's from Exxon Shipping. They say they're sending a guy up to take over. Just leave everything to him.
Thank God.
About time.
Name's Rosie or something.
The fool.
He says we should equip all our aircraft with aerial sprayers and load them with Core Exit 9527.
What's Corexit 9527?
We don't have any aerial sprayers.
We don't have any aircraft.
At 7 p.m., 18 hours after the spill, Exxon held a press conference.
And it is with great confidence and high hopes that I introduce to you our lead man on the cleanup effort, Exxon Shipping President and oil spill genius and guru,
What guru? Genius?
He's an Exxon flat.
Mr. Frank Iarossi. Frank?
Thanks, Dave. Good evening. I may be an Exxon flack, but I know my business. I'm good at what I do. And I'm here to tell you that we're hard at work to make sure...
What are you doing?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, there's nothing going on out there.
Glad you asked.
Yeah.
Well, currently we're looking to our highest priority, which is lightering or offloading the remaining oil from the Valdez. We've diverted the Baton Rouge in to take that oil. As we speak, the two tankers are tethered together in
No, they're not.
Bullshit.
You don't know what the hell you're
I
talking
believe
about.
I do. I gave the order this morning.
You just got here on the 5:30 plane.
I gave the order before I left Houston.
No, I just flew over and those ships are at least 2 miles apart.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Frank, can I speak to you, Frank?
What?
Turn the mic off.
What?
Leave it on.
Yeah, we want to hear.
They're right, these ships are not together.
Why not?
We don't have the fenders.
Fenders?
You know, big foam things to put between ships.
I know what fenders are. You don't have any fenders?
Not the big
We
ones.
have
The
fenders.
city has fenders.
The ferry dock has ship fenders.
Get me those fenders and we'll start lightering right away.
Sir, there's another thing, sir.
What?
Turn it off.
It's off, isn't it?
We can hear you.
There's the question of reducers.
Reducers?
Adapter thingies to hook different size hoses together.
This is the largest terminal in the system. How can you tell me you don't have the hardware to hook up your own goddamn hoses?
So you agree there's nothing going on out there? Is that your statement?
This is still day one.
18 hours. It is 18 hours and nobody's done a damn
Just a
thing
minute.
yet.
Mr. Iarossi just got here. Cut him some slack.
No.
We got skimmers out this morning.
What skimmer?
I didn't see it.
And?
Well, they were overwhelmed with fumes and had to turn back.
You're right. You're absolutely right. There's nothing going on out there. But I'm here to change all that.
What are you going to do?
Tell us.
Lightering, of course, ASAP. Also, ASAP chemical dispersants. We have a rare opportunity while the wind remains calm to use dispersants.
Dispersants?
Not dispersant.
Why throw more toxins on
It's a
it?
good fix, and it's not toxins. It's a very advanced product. Corexit 9527, a high-tech surfactant.
Corexit, that's an Exxon product. They make the stuff.
You're kidding me.
I kid you not.
Is this true? You guys make it?
Well, of course we make our own spill remedials. Nobody sells them. You can't go to the hardware store and buy some.
Why use chemicals at all? The oil's just sitting there in calm water. Pick it up mechanically.
Why not? Bullshit.
The spill is too big.
Don't say that, Frank.
I'm going to be honest with you, sir.
Frank, watch out.
This spill totally overwhelms all the mechanicals I could ever lay my hands on. And most of that equipment is too far to get here in time.
Frank, what are you doing, Frank?
And I'm going to say something else. The dispersant I want to use isn't here either. It'll be flown in, I hope, if it exists.
Frank, you better speak to legal before making statements like that.
And I'm going to say one more thing. Don't try to stop me, because you people don't know what the hell you're doing, and any delay will make a bad situation worse.
Frank!
The law says you're supposed to have the stuff on hand to clean up a spill. Are you saying you don't? Is that your statement?
That's right. We don't.
Of course we do. Frank, I'll take it from here.
I don't want to pull any punches.
No punches yet, Frank. Just shut up. Okay, we have our work cut out for us, so I'd like to call an end to the press conference.
Wait, I want to make a statement
Statement?
for the record.
I thought we'd make the statements, not the press.
I'm not from the press, I'm from the Fishermen's Union.
I know who you are. I'm not going to let you speak.
I want to give our official position on chemical dispersants.
No!
Oh, let's hear what she has to say.
Thank you.
Frank, you're more trouble than you're worth.
Folks, don't let him fool you with big words, chemical dispersants, surfactants. What he's talking about is detergents, plain old detergents. And to make them mix with oil, you put them in a petroleum base. So what he's proposing is to throw kerosene and dish soap on the spill.
Now wait
Let
a
me
minute.
finish. And why? I'll tell you why. Because it's easy to do, and it's cheap, plus it makes the oil seem to disappear.
It's the method of choice.
Corporate scam is what it is.
You people don't understand how dispersants work. They break the oil up into tiny little droplets in the water column where nature breaks it down quickly.
Right. And they release all of its toxins in a sudden burst, killing every living thing in the water.
None of it's done correctly.
I have a degree in marine biology. I know what I'm talking about.
Look, don't stand in my way, lady. I am an expert on spill remediation. I've dedicated my life to it. And believe me, we have no better options available to us right now. I know. Now look, I have supervised tanker construction. I put together Exxon Spill Response Plan, all 28 volumes of it. I've cleaned up other spills for Exxon.
Oh, there are other spills we don't know about.
Once that wind comes up and that oil starts to move, there's no way to clean it up. Corexit is the only fix. So don't tie my hands. Don't even try.
I will do everything in my power to stop you, Mr. Irossi, to stop you from killing. No, not just killing, to stop you from performing a holocaust on the world's richest fishery.
You ungrateful bitch! Do you understand you're looking at the one man who knows how to clean this up?
Behold, Frank Irossi, pompous living proof that Exxon has nothing but contempt for Alaska.
Here's what we think of Exxon.
Take that!
What is that?
That's disgusting.
An otter.
The dead otter, you did this.
Exxon did this.
Get this out of here.
That's disgusting. Call the police.
Throw it again, I didn't get a picture.
The dead oiled otter at the feet of Frank Iarossi was a headline grabber, all right. But nobody got a picture of it, and there were plenty of cameras in that room. So there is some doubt to whether it actually happened.
Nevertheless, Mr. Iarossi, who had barely put his suitcase down, was now hated by the locals as much as Joe Hazelwood himself.
And then one of the big guns came after him.
Mr. Irossi,
Admiral,
I'm not going to let you do it. No dispersants.
how are you going to stop me?
I'm the Coast Guard. It's my call.
Have you thought about this, Admiral? Let me help you think about it.
Exxon has no right to just take over. Where are all these dispersants anyway?
Being flown in from all over, and when they get here, I intend to use them.
I have the power to detain you. I hope you know that.
Why are you doing this? You know what's right as well as I do.
Maybe we can do some dispersant tests, okay?
No more time for stupid tests. Once that oil starts to move, it could blow around for years, go out to Kodiak, even the Aleutians. Now, is that what you want?
We follow the oil response plan as worked up in a public process.
That's not a plan. That's politics.
Politics, that's what it is, politics. Look, I've got the governor breathing down my neck, it's an election year, plus the mayor and the city council, and the goddamn fishermen's union, plus every fucking greenie tree hugger organization in the free world, and they're all singing the same song. No chemical dispersants, and that's the way it's going to be.
You gotta be kidding.
Maybe there's too much democracy in it, but c'est la vie.
What are you, a mouse? You ass-kissing little pisshounds, you're the military.
Can't talk to an admiral like that. And that press conference. This is going to take a boatload of schmoozing, and I don't have the staff. Hold your tongue, Frank.
Maybe you want another man for the job, sir.
You're doing great. Chemical dispersants all the way. We're with you.
Now, wait a minute. You don't believe oil can be cleaned up. Why do you care which method I use?
Dispersants keep it off the beaches and sink it in the water where it can't be photographed. That's why we like them. Luckily, our goals coincide, or I might have to fire you.
Shouldn't we do the right thing?
This isn't religion, Frank. Don't get evangelical on me. It's a job, just a job.
Well, then I don't want it. Fire me.
You just got there.
I'm serious. I'm quitting.
Don't go off on me now.
Get me out of here.
You stay right where you are, and here's what I'm going to do. Send you up an official spokesman. You don't have to talk to the press or anybody anymore. Do your job, and he'll do the talking for you. Deal?
You're putting a gag on me? You slimy bastard. That's
I
bullshit.
didn't hear that.
Son of a bitch, I'm not going to shut up. I'm going to speak truth to power and tell the world what you
Frank.
want. Don't Frank me. I'm an honest man, and I don't work for you anymore.
Listen.
Oh, fuck you.
Frank. Do some single malt therapy and call me after you calm down. In the meantime, I'll forget what you just said. You can count on me. It never happened.
Iorossi didn't find any single malt, so he took some rye back to his motel. Who's to say whether it helped him or not, but by morning he was back in control of his anger and recommitted to his job. He opened an office right there in the motel, and the first thing he did was fire Joe Hazelwood.
You wanted to see me?
You're fired.
I figured. Oh, wow. Nice setup you got here, huh? You're gonna like Valdez. It's cool here.
Don't you have any
Nothing like
regrets?
Houston.
What's the matter with you?
Come on, what kind of question is that, Frank? It's
Go
me,
away.
Joe. You know, we're two of a kind, you and me. We do things right. Despite all the crap, we try. You know, we're the sticklers, and we piss everybody else off because we really try.
How can you come here today and say that?
Well, I'm not the only one who screwed up here. I had help.
Who?
Well, you for one.
Me, I was in Houston.
No. Who cut back 20% of my man hours per transit? Don't tell me that they made you do it because you did it. And you know what it means? It means everybody's double shifting. You know, everybody's tired all the time. You know, and yeah, you got idiots and you got drunks. You can't get good work out of tired idiots and drunks. They have to be wide awake.
We've had this conversation before. I don't have to tell you the pressure they put on me to cut those hours, but we make do, Joe. We get the job done anyway. That's the challenge.
Compromise? That's the challenge?
Well, let's not talk about this. Let's not talk about anything. Why don't you just go away and we'll see you later.
Okay. What am I supposed to do, Frank?
How the hell should I know? What should I do? That's the question. You answer me that. A clean and safe job is my pride. 13 years of almost perfect operation in spite of the fact they keep cutting off my hands and cutting off my feet. And now this blows it all away, gone. This is the end of my career, Joe, and my self-worth. Oh yeah, yours of course, but mine also. Yeah, they'll keep me on for the cleanup because I'm the only one who knows what to do, but once it's finished, they're going to fire me and blame everything on me. The public's going to blame you, Joe, but Houston's going to blame me.
Well, if you think so, then quit now.
I can guess who they replaced me with. Otto Harrison, you know him?
No, I don't know him.
Doesn't know his ass from his elbow. No, I've got to see this one through.
Well, you're a good man, Frank.
You're still fired.
Hey, that's fine with me. Hey, what do you say we go down the pipeline together, huh? Get smashed together like old times?
Are you out of your mind?
Come on, just once.
No, Joe.
Come on.
No.
Why not?
It's not just I'm busy. I've got something to do. But you ruined my life, Joe. I can't forget that and go have a drink with you. It's not that easy. It's not that easy being in the same room with you. Look, I'm sorry, but it's true.
Okay. I'll leave then.
Thanks.
What am I supposed to do, Frank? I got a warrant out for my arrest. I mean, should I turn myself in? Should I leave town?
Don't ask me that.
I'm asking you because I don't have anyone else to ask.
Can't tell you anything about that.
Okay. All right. Bye, Frank.
Bye.
Oh, good luck to you.
Hazelwood went back to his motel and shaved off his beard, hid for a few days, and then, unrecognized, he took a cab to the airport and left Valdez. A lone figure on an empty plane which had arrived crammed full.
Meanwhile, the media blasted the world with round-the-clock spill coverage. Newscasters relished every detail of Hazelwood's drinking. Comedians made drunk jokes. Soon everybody was laughing at the boozed-up skipper who smashed his tanker and spilled so much crude oil. More crude oil than anybody had ever spilt.
By the time the police finally executed the warrant for his arrest, they couldn't find him, not in Valdez or home in Long Island. He went missing.
Rossi spent the next day and a half on the phone,
May I speak to the Admiral, please?
trying to convince the powers that be to let him use Corexit.
Hi, Rossi, Exxon Shipping. Can I speak to the governor, please? May I leave a message for the commissioner, please?
Then, on the evening of the second day, Easter Sunday, the wind picked up.
Tell the secretary time is short.
By Monday, gale force winds had twisted the wreck on the reef and blew oil tens of miles to the south and west.
We blew it! There's no way to clean it up now.
Rossi had no idea what to do next. Neither did anybody else.
Okay. I'll put you on a rock cleaning crew. Sign this.
What is it?
It's a waiver.
What am I waiving?
Your right to sue if you get sick.
Will I get sick?
Well, we're all going to die, aren't we? But some people think petroleum is toxic, and some people sue because Exxon has deep pockets.
Can I get the job without signing?
We give you boots, protective gear, hard hats, respirators even, everything according to OSHA government regs.
What's the answer to my question?
No.
Well, I need the money.
And there's no alcohol out there.
No alcohol?
Got a problem with that?
Well,
That's the law.
Okay.
They're serious.
No, it'll be good for me, I guess.
Sign here. Next!
The job was ridiculous. Picking up rocks from the beach and wiping them with rags. Absorbent pads, they called them. You had to toss them away from yourself so you wouldn't pick them back up again. You couldn't tell the ones you'd cleaned from the ones you hadn't. And dangerous. You take your life into your hands walking on oily rocks. I guess that's why they promised helmets, which never materialized. Neither did the boots. I had gym shoes. Well, they gave you rain gear anyway.
Hi there. What's your name?
Don't start.
You need me.
Why would I need you?
You wouldn't be here wiping rocks if you had a life.
Stop hitting on me, I don't like it.
I'm quality goods. 100% Alaskan, no outstanding debt to my name.
If you were a shot of whiskey, I'd say yes, but another man, no.
Oh, is the no alcohol diet getting to you?
Almost as much as you are.
I could find you some alcohol.
You'd never get it through.
It'd be expensive. Can you pay?
I don't want it, and I don't want you. I don't want anything you have to offer.
We're living in hell out here. Hell on earth, and we're not making it any better. We're making it worse. Living proof that life is meaningless. It'll get to you after a while, if it hasn't already. And when it does, you could want what I have to offer.
Hell on earth though it was, working the beach was by far the better half of the day. The worst half was on board the SS Juno and Navy troop carrier. We ate in a cramped mess hall, and the food, good or bad, tasted awful because of the stench. There were 3 stenches on that boat, actually. Crude oil, urine, and body odor.
Don't start.
I got what you want.
I doubt that. You're in the women's section. Get out.
Wild turkey. You interested?
You got booze?
120 proof. Good value for the money.
How much?
$25 a shot.
Ouch! How'd you get it through?
Well, that's why it's $25 a shot.
No. Nope, it's too much.
There are other ways to pay.
Don't be disgusting. And I don't like wild turkey.
Oh, but you do. Everybody does.
I avoided that creep for 2 days. On the first day, Exxon came out to the beach for an inspection. They couldn't tell the sections we'd cleaned from the ones we hadn't. So on the second day, they gave us these high-pressure water sprayers to splash the oil off the rocks. Splashed it all over us. All our exposed skin turned brown, and we got what came to be known as the Hazelwood tan. It made us a classless society. Everybody was black. Back on the ship that night, I got a wicked headache. Then I got nauseous and I couldn't breathe. And then dizzy and fainting. I thought I was gonna die. So I had every reason to buy a drink.
We're all out of wild turkey, sorry. Tonight it's plastic bottled vodka, 80 proof.
How much?
The same. What? But I'll throw in some company and a party and music. Whitney Houston.
That song was #1 on the charts that year. He played it over and over and over again on his cassette player. Such a happy, carefree song.
You want to dance?
I was raped. They raped me. Those guys, those icky guys. I couldn't put up any resistance. Raped by all 3. Maybe it was 2, I can't remember. It changed my life, and I can't remember. I'm not the same anymore. Not the same. For one thing, I'm sick all the time now. And I've lost hope. Maybe that's what sickness is. Losing hope.
Spill workers were regularly exposed to benzene vapor and clouds of oil mist. This gave them the symptoms of the cold and flu. They called it the Valdez crud and dismissed it.
But some also had nosebleeds, ear bleeds, blood in urine, headaches, nausea, hallucinations, and breathlessness. Long-term, some suffered kidney damage, liver damage, blood disorders, asthma, cancer, of course, chemical sensitivity, and immune suppression.
6,722 workers filed medical claims against Exxon. This in spite of the fact that they had signed a document waiving their rights to do so. That's 2/3 of the 10,000 people they hired. But nobody knew about the medical claims at the time. The courts suppressed them. The public and media focused on the damage done to wildlife without ever noticing the damage done to humans.
Joe Hazelwood walked into a bar in the Midwest. He couldn't remember which city, and there is no record of his air travel.
Lemon twist, onion, olive.
Nothing in it, just pure.
You got it.
And could you turn that TV down? I'm tired of hearing about that damned oil spill in Alaska. It's all they have on.
I'll turn it off.
Thank you.
You know, you're right. World War III could break out and we'd never know looking at TV news.
Did you see those otters on TV? So cute, like puppies, and they're all gonna die.
If I had Exxon stock, which I don't, I'd sell it.
And the birds covered in ooze, gasping for air.
You can't run a company like that. It should be against the law.
People have a real romance with Alaska. Not that I've ever been there, but now all that's gone.
You know, that guy had so many DUIs, they took his license away for good. And they made him captain of a ship?
I'm going to boycott Exxon as soon as my tank runs out.
You can't. It's all Exxon, whatever name's on it. They're everywhere.
So much for the free market.
Another drink, mister.
Now me, I don't blame Exxon.
You don't? Why not?
No. To blame Exxon, I would have to believe that a corporation could be run ethically, but it can't. I mean, how can it when its sole purpose is to make money? Now keep in mind that any dollar that anybody ever makes is a dollar out of someone else's pocket. I mean, it's bad enough when individual people fleece each other, but when they band together in huge numbers, armies of investors with the sole purpose of gouging the public, now that is a corporation. A much bigger crime. You know, the only difference between a corporation and a shyster is numbers.
Are you ready? Steady? Steady? Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn it on now and head for the hills. Oh, God damn it, that hurts. Oh, I can't move. I think I broke my leg. Pick me up, get me out of here.
I can't get over there.
The stuff we spilled makes it even worse.
Whose idea was that to walk around in the oil, goddamn idiot? Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Look, I know we all have values as men, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. But when it comes to the company, we all have one job to do, one job, and it's all the same job, whatever the personnel slot or pay scale, support the stock price. That's it. That's all there is to it. Support the stock price. That's why bleeding hearts never get promoted. They don't support the stock price.
I work in a restaurant now. Quite a come down from being the president of something, but at least I don't feel dirty when I cash my paycheck. Funny, but in all the years of working at Exxon Shipping, I only met one person I ever really liked, Joe Hazelwood. Never saw him again. You know, I should have gone with him that day he asked me to go get smashed together the pipeline. Yeah. First things first. But I didn't have my priorities right.
You know, in all the trials and hearings that I had been through, and you had better believe there were a lot of them, I never defended myself. Whatever they said about me, true or false, I refused to respond. I had my pride. To respond, it would have been demeaning. Better to be punished unjustly than to acknowledge their accusations.
There's this woman in Cordova, Alaska, Ricky Ott, a fisher person as she calls herself. She came to me years later, wanted me to join in a suit she was organizing for people who had health effects from the cleanup. I had all the symptoms, but I told her I was also a substance abuser, so it was unclear where my health problems came from. Later, when I got the cancer, she came back. "Make Exxon pay," she said. She was on a crusade, so angry, and yet cheerful at the same time. She smiled a lot. I enjoyed her energy, but I never joined her suit. I wasn't like her. All that anger would have killed me.
The light end of petroleum kills briefly and blows away. The heavy end is barely toxic. It's the stuff in the middle that does the day-to-day holocaust. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs. They're everywhere in the industrialized world. They persist in the air, the water, and the food chain. They build up over time inside our cells, and once there, they hijack the functions of proteins, hormones, and DNA. They don't promote certain specific diseases. They just trend us towards death in whatever ways we were already inclined to go. By comparison, oil spills are trivial in their effect on us. A blip on the screen, nothing worth noticing.